Everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today here in Canada is Remembrance Day, and it's a day where we remember and honor those incredibly brave men and women who gave their lives and paid the ultimate price. I am from a military family where my father, grandfathers, and countless other relatives served in the war, as well as having a grandmother survive the horrors of a concentration camp in Germany called Ravensbrück. So I really respect November the 11th here, and to all of you out there that have served, in the military, like my dad out there, and to those of you who are currently serving, like my brother who's in the reserves, Adam, thank you all, everybody, so much for your service and your continued service. I didn't plan for this video to be on Remembrance Day or anything, but it's kind of funny how it worked out, because the one kind of war-related item that I am showing you guys, it turned out to be on Remembrance Day here in Canada. So a big thank you to Tony from the US of A. Okay, that was a really bad Borat impression.
My name is Borat.
But a big thank you to my collector friend Tony in the US for hunting this down for me and adding it to my collection and hooking me up with a good deal on this. So this is the Hunt for Red October promo submarine from the 90s that I believe was designated for VHS rental stores. Some instructions in here, a pamphlet, the Red October submarine itself, which is about 6 feet long, which is insane, and also some bits and bobs here for hanging this up. The Hunt for Red October was a movie that came out in 1990, starring Sean Connery, who sadly passed away recently, Alec Baldwin, Sam Neill, and even James Earl Jones and Tim Curry snuck their way into that movie as well.
Give me a ping, Vasily. One ping only, please.
This movie was based off of Tom Clancy's novel, The Hunt for Red October. Tom Clancy was known for his espionage, thriller, and military science-based books, both a mashup of fiction and nonfiction, and usually set during or after the Cold War. Some of you gamers out there may be familiar with games like Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, just to name a few, and those are all games and video games that actually kind of follow loosely Tom Clancy's work and are actually branded under his name. Clancy's 1984 novel, The Hunt for Red October, follows a Soviet submarine captain named Marco Ramius, who seemingly goes rogue while he takes the new Soviet ballistic missile submarine, the Red October, out for her maiden voyage. And his novel is very loosely based on an actual event that happened in the 1970s. And this new nuclear submarine is quite unique, as it has a lot of new cutting-edge technology to it, the most major one being the new kind of propulsion system it has. It's called a magneto-hydrodynamic propulsion system, and in layman's terms, it's called the Caterpillar drive.
The order is engage the silent drive.
Diving command. Engage Caterpillar and secure main engines.
Rendering the sub virtually undetectable and silent underwater, meaning it could slip past enemy lines. It uses magnets and electricity, creating an almost jet-like propulsion system with no moving parts, where water comes in through the front and out the back. During this time of the Cold War, this particular submarine had the capacity to start the next World War. This novel also marked the first appearance of Tom Clancy's most popular fictional character, Jack Ryan. Jack is an analyst working for the CIA and has a hunch that the rogue Soviet captain may actually be trying to defect to the US and not start a war. So we got the Red October, the Soviets are trying to hunt him down, and the US is trying to hunt them down. So it's a really, really tense movie, this cat and mouse chase, and it's really tense at times. Kevin Costner was asked to originally play Jack Ryan, but he turned down the role to star and direct Dances with Wolves. That part ended up going to Alec Baldwin. My dad was actually in the Navy here in Canada for about 40 years, and he did a lot of things. He did things like engineering, he did safety, etc., etc. And he even found himself working on a torpedo test range for the longest time. He did things with submarines, with like combat ships and everything, so incredibly interesting career. Having a career in the Navy, coming from a European background, my dad was just absolutely obsessed with this movie. He loved it so much. He still loves it. It's one of his favorite movies ever. And my dad would just absolutely blast full max volume, when the Hunt for Red October theme song came on by the Red Russian Army. Rock the whole neighborhood, I swear. My dad just loves that theme song so much. So because, you know, I grew up with this movie, you know, it's been with me ever since I was little, you know, I still watch it every now and then. Probably why I'm always saying, give me one ping and one ping only when I'm on the walkie-talkies, when I'm walking in the woods. So now that you understand, you know, why I love The Hunt for Red October so much, this isn't gonna seem that weird to you, you know, because you're like, why does Laura randomly want, you know, a Red October sub? But this is such a unique item. It's this giant 6-foot long sub. I've always wanted to hang it up on my ceiling for the longest time. So I think I ended up paying about 100 US for this, if I'm not mistaken. 100 US is a very fair price. If you get this for anything, you know, below 100 US, that's a great steal. You know, that's a great price. Above 200, that's like getting a little bit too much. I actually saw this exact, you know, package, you know, with the package and all the information and instructions and everything. Someone was selling this for like $2,000 here in Canada. Then I messaged them, I'm like, did you mean 200? And they're like, no, 2,000. I'm like, okay, you do you, sir. You do you. Okay, so let me cut the chit chat and open this baby up. And yes, I did have an inner dilemma whether I should open this or not, because I love how it has like the little promo pamphlet and everything. But you know, if it's flat like this, if it's like this and, you know, hidden on a shelf, you're not gonna see it. And if it's blown up and it's adored by everyone, I can tell stories of it and tell you about, you know, the Red October and everything. So like I wanted this blown up and I want it to be displayed and loved and adored in my toy room. Ooh, it smells like a pool floaty. Vinyl plastic repair kit instructions. Okay, so it looks like a little kind of vinyl patch here, and I think that these are some things used to hang the sub in there, so we're gonna have to probably open that up. I totally forgot that I have to blow this up. Okay, and here is our pamphlet. This is use your inflatable Red October sub in your hunt for rental business. Love it. It says attach the sub to a pulley clothesline so you can maneuver it into port. Your sales counter every time someone rents The Hunt for Red October. That's so neat. I wonder if any movie stores ever did that. When they rent it, it's like, oh, they bring the sub to the counter. That's really funny. Instructions for inflating Sterling products. Okay, so I guess the company that made this is Sterling. Do not overinflate. Okay, I'll try not to overinflate it. Do not blah, 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 blah. At the bottom it says, this item is not to be used as a life preserver. Could you imagine if you went out with this giant 6-foot sub and you're like, yeah, I'm good. Don't worry, I'm good out here. Holy crap, this is so big. Okay, that's helpful. That's super helpful. Looks like we have a few little kind of eyelets here made out of rubber that can kind of hang the sub up. Okay, let me just see how efficient my blowing is. That's what she said, but let me just see how efficient it is. Okay, we're going places. We're going places. Let me try. Oh my god! I'm so out of it right now. Okay, I feel like I might pass out soon, but at least I'll have it on video. And we did it! Oh my god! I did it! Look how big this is! Engage the silent drive. There's even like the little propellers here in the back. That is so cute. But there's lots of details on here, like lots of intricate little designs and patterns on here. We have Red October here in Russian. We have like the little red Russian star here, or Soviet star, whatever have you. Got Red October right here in English. We have like a bunch of depth measurements here on the sub, you know, on the back here. The missile silos here at the front where the torpedoes and missiles would go. And I love all these little extra bits here that kind of give it a little bit of character. That's awesome. I can't believe how big this is. This is amazing. And I blew it up on myself. So because this isn't heavy at all, it's quite light, I think I'm just gonna grab some adhesive hooks and just attach them to my ceiling, and then just kind of thread some string or fishing wire through the eyelets here, and then attach it to the top of the ceiling. So I will be back. I will be back. Muffin next to the sub. Muffin does not want to stay. Muffin doesn't want anything to do with that sub. And look at all these details on the top here too, that Dante is also licking. And then over here is like one eyelet right here directly in the middle. And then over here, there's one eyelet, but it's like to the side here, like really far over. I thought there should have been like, it should have been like right here. Or if you're gonna have one on this side, have one on this side as well. But can you stop licking the sub, please? This is a highly, highly dangerous nuclear sub, okay? You could get, like, radiation sickness from this. Dante is the new captain of the Red October. He's thrilled about it. And say he's right about, you know, the 6 foot mark. That's crazy. Can't believe how big this is. Here is the Red October in all her Red October glory. And she turned out pretty cool. I mean, look at that. It looks like it's, you know, sailing. It's just diving, you know, right in my toy room. I think the reason why it's not symmetrical hooks there at the front, that hook right there is directly in the middle, but that one is kind of angled to the left of the sub. I think that was purposeful to make it look like it was tilting, you know, we're kind of like diving or something. So right after I'm done this video, I am taking it off the hooks, and tomorrow I will replace the adhesive hooks with drill hooks. Like I'll actually drill into the ceiling and put permanent hooks there. I just basically use the adhesive hooks to just see what it looks like up there, to see if it wasn't too bulky or if it wasn't too long, but I think it's perfect. Whoops, just stepped on a battery. And let's see if my lights work here. Oh, that's so cool. Look how awesome that looks. Oh no, we need red. We need red, right? Oh, look at that. Ooh, let's put my favorite. Let's do blue. Ooh, blue's the best. Fantastic. Oh, this looks so good. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and in the comments down below, I'd love to know if you are a fan of Tom Clancy. Have you read any of his novels? You know, have you played any of the video games that are under his name? And are there any Hunt for Red October fans out there? Because I'm definitely a big Hunt for Red October fan. So let me know in the comments down below. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I come out with new videos every week. Come check me out on social media and help support the channel on Patreon. So thank you all so much for watching, and stay legendary.